Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It is Justin from Alto Music, and today we are here to talk about the newest collaboration from MXR and Analog Man, the Duke of Tone Overdrive. It's based on a really good overdrive compartment from a really, really amazing pedal. But before we dive in, make sure you take a minute, hit that subscribe button at the bottom, give this video a like. We like to think we're pretty likable and subscribable. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and yeah, when you do, you get notified of content before anyone else because we post our videos to YouTube first. It's a pretty cool club to be in. Anyway, back to the pedal. There's nothing better than a good team up. Magic and Kareem, Iron Man and Spider-Man, Andre 3000 and Big Boy. The best part about a good duo, a good collaboration, and a good team is that each part of the collective sort of boosts the other side, and not one falls behind, and everything just kind of comes out even Steven. And this pedal's really no different. MXR and Analog Man teamed up to bring the sort of vintage seasoning, the spice of Analog Man's most legendary pedals, and puts it in this iconic sort of small, ingenuity of the MXR custom shop pedal here. And the result, it's a really cool pedal. So what is Analog Man? And I guess the better question is, who is Analog Man? Because it's somebody named Mike Piera, aka Analog Mike, as he's been come to known. He's been dubbed sort of the father of mod guitar pedals and modding them. He was going through the late 80s and 90s, sort of see a need, fill a need, taking pedals that are already great and just doing some slight mods to adjust some things that users did or didn't like. And basically 25 years ago, he established Analog Man full-time. Fun fact, when they launched, they were actually one of the first 2 or 3 pedal websites ever. Crazy, because if you think about it, there's now probably more blogs and forums and websites for pedals than there are actual guitar pedals out there, and people reading them. Now, Analog Man has become legendary for sort of living out their namesake in every aspect. All their pedals are hand-built on an order-by-order basis. Even if you look at the website, it still pretty much looks the same as it did when they first went public. It's a very cool, vintage, analog aesthetic all the way through. And the biggest pedal that you've probably heard about on the market is the King of Tone. Now, this pedal has become sort of a white whale for a lot of collectors, and the price on it is insane if you go for a vintage one, because there's about a 2 to 3 year wait list on it at any given time, and for good reason. A lot of people really love the overdrive sound on it. So you're probably wondering at this point, Justin, why are you not talking about the Duke of Tone anymore? Why have you gone on this tangent to talk about everything else but the Duke of Tone? I'm getting there, so just bear with me. And it brings us back to the Duke of Tone, coincidentally. So remember that King of Tone pedal I brought up literally 5 seconds ago? Well, the Duke of Tone is inspired by one side of the King of Tone. The King of Tone on this side here is the overdrive channel. The Analog Man basically cut the pedal in half, put the switches on the front, and released the Prince of Tone, which is just the overdrive channel from the King of Tone. And, well, from a king to a prince to a duke, we get the Duke of Tone, which is based off of that pedal. True to its predecessor, the controls on the Duke of Tone are exactly what you need. Nothing more, nothing less. You have 3 knobs, one for the volume, one for the tone, and one for the drive to control the sort of tweaks that you can do to the baseline setting you're on. And you can switch between settings and characteristics with this 3-way toggle switch on the front. There's a setting for boost, setting for overdrive, and distortion. And the first setting that I really like here is the boost. And I'll give you our clean tone just so you can really hear how it, how it sounds. So this is a Gibson Les Paul Tribute, and that's going into our signal chain here, out to a Walrus ACS1 to give you that sort of amp sound and really hear how it picks up the different nuances. So this is clean. Cool. So we turn that boost on. And you'll notice that there's a little bit of a volume dip when you turn it on. That's fine. Right now we have everything at noon. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring the drive down all the way so it's off bring the volume up to about 1 o'clock here, and I'll give you again the clean is just cool. Boost. And then with the drive up at about noon on the boost channel. Really cool. And I mean, the boost even can go, you can drive it even a little more. You get So the next setting on this pedal is the overdrive setting, and we get to that by just flipping up to the top setting on the switch. So again, this is our boost. It's with the volume at just about 1 o'clock, but then when we switch to overdrive, you'll hear it gets a little quieter. There's a little volume dip, but there is more grit on it. And basically, all you got to do for that is you just got to bring the volume up just a little bit, up to about 2 or 3 o'clock. And what this setting is doing is it's compressing the tone, and it's just giving just a little more overdriven, compressed sound. Overdrive, OD, overdriven tone. It makes sense. And you can hear just the range that you can get out of this thing. With the drive almost off, you got and that's with the drive almost off. You can go up to noon here where we were before. Or if you want, bring it all the way up. You can hear it starting to cook a little bit there. It's really awesome the range this pedal has. And the more I play through it, the more I'm kind of getting versed with it. You pick up on these nuances really quick. And so the other setting on here is the distortion setting. And what this does essentially is it takes the features of both of the previous two settings. So you get the boost of the clean boost and the compression of the overdrive and kind of combines it into one to give it even more, just even more distortion. Yeah, distortion. So once again, this is the overdrive setting we were just at noon. And then if we let that ring out, you'll hear there's just a little more grit on it. It can get pretty big. It can get pretty distorted. I don't know. That seems like the right term. So, and again, with that channel, you bring that drive up. It gets really full, really thick. I mean, on its own, it's a great standalone overdrive pedal. If you're somebody who prefers a mini board, something that you can kind of take with you anywhere, I mean, the Duke of Tone with its footprint, that little MXR box, the Twinkie box, I think is actually what they call it, you get like so much tone out of it, and there's not a lot of space that it takes up. And the other cool thing about this, and it's something that they really did a great job with, is it stacks really well with other gains. If you have some other stuff you like to run into it, or you like to run in front of it, it'll work good for that. We have this Wampler Tumnus Deluxe here to sort of show how it can stack with the other gains. So this is our tone with just the Wampler on. Sounds great. When we add the boost to it, though, from the Duke of Tone, it really starts to add more character. And the more you just drive it too behind it, it really, so again, we'll do off. On. It starts to bring out all the little nuances, your pickups, the pick, even the amp. It'll bring out just all these cool things in your rig without completely changing it, just making it better. And you can even just switch between the settings on that too. If you wanted to do the overdrive into this, you can get. Or even the distortion. So not only on its own does it stand alone, it has great character to whatever you throw at it. In closing, I mean, the Duke of Tone is awesome. It's a really great collaboration between MXR and Analog Man. It's sort of like peanut butter and jelly, or peanut butter and chocolate, or peanut butter and celery for some of you, I suppose. It's really just a great overdrive pedal. It's sort of just the chef's kiss of what you would want in a pedal like this, especially in that size. And it checks all the boxes. It stands on its own. It can handle whatever gains you throw at it. And I mean, looks cool too. Why not? That's important. But what are your thoughts? Do you have a King of Tone? Do you have a Prince of Tone? Do you have a Duke of Tone? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, again, subscribe, like this video. And yeah, if it's something you're interested in picking up and ordering, head over to altomusic.com. You can order one today.